I'm grateful that my mother was pro-life. If she wasn't, I wouldn't be here. In fact, anybody who debates it, they all have commonality in the sense that their parents were pro-life. Otherwise, they wouldn't be there to debate it. Having said that, one of the critical truths about love from the scriptural point of view is the fact that Jesus said we're to love God, love our neighbor, but also to love ourselves. It's interesting, this business of loving oneself. There's a lot of talk out there these days about self-esteem, about self-concept. Everybody seems to be suffering. I very rarely run into anybody who says, you know what, my self-esteem is terrific, my self-concept is terrific. It seems to be kind of the trendy thing to have a low self-esteem. Well, Jesus was very, very straightforward here. You got to love yourself. Now you can say, well, I don't feel good about myself. Well, we've already established last week, and it's not unique with us, but the truth that love is not how you feel. Love is what you do. Love is a decision-making process. When it comes to loving yourself, you can make decisions that will add value, if you will, or will benefit you in a way that will see you over the long term flourishing. We make decisions about our health and strength, we make decisions about our education, we make decisions about the environment in which we live, and we're very blessed here in North America to be able to make those kinds of decisions. With most of the people I work with in Africa, they can't make those kinds of decisions. They live way, way, way below poverty, most of them on less than $1 a day, and so they don't have the luxury, the indulgence even, of some of the decisions that we can make. But I find, as I'm there, with the poorest of the poor, a lot of self-esteem, a lot of joy, a lot of overcoming faith. Why? Because somehow, in their own way, many of these people have taught us a lesson that loving of oneself is a foundational building block for loving one's kids, loving one's community, loving one's world. Why do I say that? Because wherever I go in Africa, people have a sense of connection. They're living with one another, adding value to one another, but doing so out of some inner strength. I think ultimately, friends, that inner strength comes from a sense of knowing that you're loved by your Creator. If you know that your Father loves you, your Heavenly Father loves you, it seems that it's not a great leap to begin to love yourself. We'll talk more about this over the course of these next few days, this business of loving God, loving neighbor, and loving self, but today, let's emphasize this: learn to love yourself.